doesn't it? Maybe it happened because of a higher power, a higher being. Maybe, for those that you know, maybe you can see Touchdown Jesus in here. He's on a building by Notre Dame. He kind of watches over Notre Dame. Maybe it's because of him. I watched the news, and other people are claiming that they've had people who passed away, and they're watching over Notre Dame. Or maybe it's just Notre Dame is just a heck of a football team. But January 7th, 2013, Notre Dame will be playing for the College Football National Championship, BCS Championship. Are there any Notre Dame fans in here? All right. Well, we got one. Yes.
I'll root for
all right. Yes, that's what I like to hear.
Go Gators.
But what I want to do this evening is I just want to take you, go on a stroll with me. My season with Notre Dame. I am a Notre Dame fan. I actually, first and foremost, my first was introduced to college football, South Carolina. South Carolina is my #1 college football team, Notre Dame being #2. But I want to go through my season. I didn't get to see all the games. I love sports, but I'm somebody who, I don't want sports to affect my life. I don't want it to bring me down the next day. I love cheering them on, but if there's a loss, I still want to be able to get up and have a good day the next day. Saturday, September 1st versus Navy. Did anybody see this game? You probably saw most of them, didn't you?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay. This game, it was 50-10. Notre Dame win. But this game was great because they were playing in Ireland. And I was at my parents', and this game, it's Saturday morning. I have the cheap cable, and there's usually nothing on Saturday morning. So my parents, they have an antenna, so there's nothing on TV on Saturday morning. But Notre Dame, they have a contract with one of the TV networks that they televise all of Notre Dame's games. And this game was at 10 a.m., 10 in the morning, when nothing else is on TV. I'm flipping through, and of course, I stop and I watch Notre Dame defeat Navy in Ireland. In Ireland, and 50-10, I watched the whole game, but what made it great was that it was at 10 in the morning, and that it was in Ireland. 1-0. Notre Dame is 1-0. Saturday, September 8th versus Purdue. This is a game, I didn't get to see this game. These older games, I was trying racking my brain to, what were you doing that you didn't get to see all of these games? But September 8th, they played Purdue, and they pull out a win 20-17. And I believe this is one of the 2 or 3 games where Tommy Rees, Notre Dame's backup quarterback to Everett Golston, Tommy Rees was brought into the game. There were a couple times where the main quarterback was hurt, or he just wasn't playing very well, and Brian Kelly, the coach of Notre Dame, pulls in the backup quarterback. I can't say I totally agree with, he brings in the backup quarterback a little bit too much, in my opinion. But Tommy Rees played a big part in this game in Purdue. He drove him down the field for a field goal or a touchdown. Notre Dame win 2017 against Purdue, 2-0. Saturday, September 15th, at Michigan State, number 10 Michigan State, a win, 20-3. I know I saw some of this game, but I don't remember much from it because, again, it was 20-3. You remember the games that are real close. 3-0. Saturday, September 22nd versus number 18 Michigan. I was looking forward to this game because Michigan has a quarterback. At the beginning of the season, there's a big Michigan fan down here to my left. I gotta watch what I say. But I was really looking forward to this game because Michigan has a quarterback at the beginning of the season. Hell, he's going to be a front Heisman runner, Denard Robinson. And I was looking forward to this game because of him. I was like, well, I wanted them to beat Michigan because all this talk about their quarterback, he's so good, he's so good, he's so good. Notre Dame win 13-6, 4-0. Saturday, October 6th, versus Miami, Florida. If anybody's familiar with this game, some people call it the Catholics versus the convicts. and Miami wasn't and isn't ranked in this when Notre Dame played them, but you can't discount anybody. And I was thinking, okay, this might be a decent game. Wrong. 41-3. Notre Dame win. 5-0. Saturday, October 13th. I bet this girl back here probably remembers the Stanford game. She probably remembers that game very well. Versus number 17, Stanford. This went into overtime. This was a great game. This was one for the record books. Goes into overtime. Notre Dame scores the touchdown in their overtime. And the way college football works in overtime is that each team gets a possession, gets a chance to score, unlike the NFL. Notre Dame win 2013 in overtime, 6-0. Saturday, October 20th versus BYU. I didn't get to see this game, but I know why. I know why I didn't see this. I know what I was doing. I was at the district speech contest, but my cousin came to watch, and where I could find out, hey, what happened in the Notre Dame game? It's BYU. You're expecting, they should win pretty easily. Well, they didn't. 17-14. Notre Dame wins. 7-0. Saturday, October 27th, they play number 8 Oklahoma at Oklahoma. This is the game I was worried about. If they were going to lose, this would be the game. Well, they didn't. Notre Dame win 30-13, 8-0. Saturday, November 3rd versus Pittsburgh. I was back home with my parents. This is a game you think, oh, Notre Dame beat Oklahoma the week before. They're going to have no problem with Pittsburgh. Wrong. It takes Notre Dame 3 overtimes to win. Maybe somebody was watching over Notre Dame that game because the Pittsburgh kicker kicked, I believe it was wide right. Chance to win the game. He didn't. Notre Dame does. 29-26 in 3 overtimes. 9-0. At Boston College. I don't think I got to see much of this one. Again, this is one of those where it wasn't that great of a game. 21-6. Notre Dame win 10-0. Saturday, November 17th versus Wake Forest. Yikes, 38-0. Blanked them. 11-0. Versus Wake Forest. This is a game, I did watch this game because I was worried about Notre Dame. I was worried about Notre Dame at this time is ranked number 3. I'm watching Notre Dame and the number 1 and number 2 seeds, hoping they're going to lose. Both the number 1 and 2 seed lose that weekend. Notre Dame goes to number 1. Beats Wake Forest 38-0. Next week at USC. They need one more win to go to the national championship. This was at USC, folks. Matt Barkley, their main quarterback, wasn't in, but their backup quarterback was in, and he was a bit on the cocky side because he was saying, "Well, yeah, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them." I like confidence, but this gentleman was just feeding fuel to Notre Dame's fire. Notre Dame win 22-13, 12-0. Monday, January 7th, 2013. Notre Dame will play in the college championship versus Alabama or Georgia. Since Notre Dame is such a fan of mine, or I'm such a fan of Notre Dame, they cloud my judgment. I think I'm good at picking football winners. I hope they play Georgia, because Georgia has 1 loss this season. Does anybody know who that came against? South Carolina. Wouldn't that be great if they got to play Notre Dame? I read an article there. I'd like to close the speech by reading what a sports writer wrote. I really liked what he wrote here, and this was after Notre Dame beat USC. It says, "For the moment, Notre Dame is better than everyone." That's what the record says. That's what the BCS standings say. That's what the locker room celebration said. It was like winning the Super Bowl, pretty much, said Irish place kicker Kyle Brenza. Good for Brenza, good for Notre Dame, and in a nice change, good for college football too. Mr. Toastmaster.